It's southern Wisconsin, Walworth County, and to put it on the map for the fishermen, it's Lake Geneva and Delavan Lake.
Yeah.
Prime species out here, largemouth, smallmouth bass, northern pike, walleye, and we have some nice gills and crappies.
Mark Dixon from Eagle Creek Kayaks brought up some kayaks, and I said, you know what, I'll give it a whirl.
The maiden voyage, Eagle Creek Kayaks, what did I let myself get talked into?
A little bit of a surprise, we were going to fish out of some kayaks, so kind of a neat twist on fishing. It was a first experience for me, and it was a ball of fun.
What do you got? Not another pike? I don't think it's another pike.
We got to stay at the Grand Geneva while we were there. That's a great way to get your wife to let you go fishing, by the way.
Take her to the spot and you go fishing.
Walworth County. Now, come on.
A very unique area that's right under the nose of anybody from the Midwest. What a beautiful, beautiful area Walworth County is.
What do you think? Pretty good, huh?
Angling the Great Lakes is presented by the Culver Marina, your one stop for fun on the water. The Schwartz Group, prepare for the road ahead. And Niagara, USA, unbelievable, unforgettable. Also made possible by these fine sponsors. Welcome to Angling the Great Lakes Television, the one show on TV dedicated to showing you the best angling destinations on and around our Great Lakes. This week, hosts Brian Smith and Gary Aker take us to Walworth County, Wisconsin, home of picturesque Delavan Lake, Lake Geneva, and as you'll see, a whole lot more. Located in extreme southeastern Wisconsin, Walworth County boasts some great multi-species angling on the 2,000-plus acre Delavan Lake, as well as the 5,200-acre historic Lake Geneva. In addition, Walworth County offers the kinds of exciting attractions and great accommodations that make this angling destination fun for the whole family. We'll highlight some of these later in the show, but first, we've got some truly unique fishing to get to, as Brian and special guest Mark Dixon of Eagle Creek Kayaks hook up with Captain John Reddy of Reddy Guide Service for a great morning of multi-species action on beautiful Delavan Lake.
I met Brian this morning at the boat launch at 5:30 a.m. He had along Andy as cameraman and Mark Dixon from Eagle Creek Kayaks. A little bit of a surprise. We're going to do a guide trip today, but we're going to fish out of some kayaks, so kind of a neat twist on fishing. It was a first experience for me, and it was a ball of fun.
The maiden voyage, Eagle Creek Kayaks, what did I let myself get talked into?
What did you get? Yeah, pretty much all we're doing, trying to drop her down to the bottom and just crank it up so it's just a hair off.
Okay.
Just snap it just like that.
Okay.
Usually when they hit it, you're going to come up and all of a sudden, boom, it'll be there.
Okay.
So a lot of the time, but I'll give it 2 to 3 count in between once in a while.
All right.
We're going after the reaction bite. What we plan on doing this morning, it was kind of a very calm morning, so I figured we'd start fishing deeper water. So we fished a main break line out here. It's a protruding underwater point that goes out into 32 foot of water, and we targeted the edge of that anywhere from 25 to 35 foot of water, mainly targeting walleye and northern pike, and a lot of the larger female largemouth will go deep, feeding on smaller panfish also. So we were hoping to get a mixed bag off that deep break line.
Stick around. It's time to go fishing when Angling the Great Lakes returns.
I've been in the kayak now for about 30 minutes and I'm really digging it. This is pretty cool.
Welcome back. Angling the Great Lakes is checking out the fishing in Walworth County, Wisconsin. And with so much great water to choose from, it pays to use the services of one of the area's many quality guides. We hooked up with Captain John Reddy of Reddy Guide Service for a morning of kayak fishing on picturesque Delavan Lake. Kayak fishing is one of the fastest growing outdoor sports, and Mark Dixon of Eagle Creek Kayaks, headquartered in Zionsville, Indiana, was more than happy to set the guys up with the opportunity to try out some of the latest cutting-edge fishing kayaks from Malibu.
Well, Mark, I feel like I'm getting a bite. Are you ready? This will be my first fish in a kayak. Are you ready?
Yep.
There he is. He's swimming right at me, whatever it is. Now, jigging like this, I switched up and threw a minnow on. Jigging like this, we can get smallmouth or piker in here too.
Today's kayak fishing models are a far cry from the so-called fishing kayaks from even a few years ago. They're purpose-designed and molded from the ground up and loaded with fishing features like rod holders and specialized mounts for fish finders, GPS units, and other modern angling electronics. The Malibu models the guys are using today even have aerated live wells molded right in.
All right, now, I've never landed a fish in a kayak before, Mark.
With a net?
Yeah. Do you have a net on you?
These modern, state-of-the-art fishing boats are lightweight, durable, can be transported with almost any vehicle, and can be launched and retrieved in places where no other fishing craft can go. When choosing a fishing kayak, expect to find models ranging in length from 9 to about 15 feet. Most of today's fishing kayaks are sit-on-top models that allow the angler to enter and exit the craft with relative ease. Even first-timers like Brian and Captain John. They're also a lot wider than they used to be, a handy feature when sight fishing.
There you go, Delavan Lake, northern pike, man.
While a 15-foot model is perfect for large lakes, and a 9-footer is ideal for smaller creeks, a boat in the 12 to 13-foot class is a great choice for all-around use.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm really comfortable in the kayak. I mean, it's a very comfortable seat, and
They are.
And to be able to go out and buy a boat like this anyway, it's got to be a heck of a lot more accessible for more people.
Absolutely. Bringing boats like this is really makes it accessible. Fishing like this is accessible to the masses, as opposed to $20,000 to $50,000 fishing boats.
Right.
It really makes it easy.
Well, even to the young kid, the 15-year-old that's mowing lawns for the summer that
Wants to go
can
fishing.
save up a few $100 and go get himself a kayak and go fishing,
Yep.
and access a lot of the water he couldn't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those bank fishermen that have always wanted to get out just a little bit further or fish those weed lines and stuff just out there where they normally can't do that.
Right. Looks like you're hooked up there.
Looks like I'm hooked up here. Looks like a northern. Yeah.
Another northern.
Yep.
Hey, that's all right.
Oh, there he comes.
Need me to come over there and help you out, or you got him?
I think I can get him here.
You're a heck of a lot more experienced than I am with that, so I'll trust you on that. Hey, all right.
As you've seen, Walworth County is a great fishing destination, but the area supports the kinds of additional attractions and amenities that make for a perfect all-around family destination. Yerkes Observatory is a treasured landmark on the shores of storied Lake Geneva. Established in 1897, the facility is owned and operated by the University of Chicago and is considered the birthplace of modern astrophysics. The facility's most famous attraction is its 40-inch refracting telescope, the world's largest. Yerkes Observatory is open for free public tours each Saturday throughout the year and offers a variety of other special programs and group tours by appointment. A bit closer to the water, right on it actually, visitors to Lake Geneva can enjoy a peaceful and educational cruise on the historic U.S. mailboat Walworth, operated by the Gage Lake Geneva Cruise Line. Carrying on a tradition dating back to 1870, the U.S. mailboat Walworth takes passengers on a one-of-a-kind tour of Lake Geneva on the only marine mail delivery route of its type.
We're going to be making 2 deliveries here, first to the Chicago Club and then to Camp Sybil.
Loaded with up to 150 passengers, mail, a brave and agile mail person, and a steady-handed captain, the crew of the Walworth delivers mail to about 60 homes around the lake. The tour operates each day at 10 a.m. sharp, including Sundays, between June 15th and September 15th. Speaking of history, there's plenty more to see and experience during your stay in Walworth County, like the historic East Troy Electric Railroad, which takes passengers on a scenic voyage from East Troy to Muckwonago, Wisconsin on the state's last original electric trail route. Regular scheduled service runs May through October, and additional charter services are available for any occasion. A ride on the East Troy Electric Railroad should come in near the top of the list for any visitor to Walworth County. We'll get back to the great angling action on Walworth County, Wisconsin's Delavan Lake, when Angling the Great Lakes returns. Welcome back. Angling the Great Lakes is taking in some of the great fishing and other attractions in Walworth County, Wisconsin. And we're doing so based out of the fantastic Grand Geneva Resort and Spa, located right on the scenic and historic waters of the 5,200-acre Lake Geneva. No matter the season, the Grand Geneva Resort and Spa offers the very best accommodations and facilities to traveling families and other guests, including 355 elegant guest rooms, 2 championship golf courses, a world-class ski and snowboarding resort, full-service spa, indoor water park, and some of the best dining to be found in the region. It's truly a destination in itself and a great launching off point for anything and everything there is to do in Walworth County. We took time to check out the world-class trails at the Grand Geneva, used, among other forms of recreation, for training many of the country's Olympic-class mountain bikers. The trails are a wonderful resource for hikers and cyclists of all skill levels. Speaking of cycling, make time during your visit to Walworth County to stop into Backyard Bikes and Ski in LaGrange. Whether you enjoy mountain biking, road biking, skiing, or hiking, they offer everything you'll need to enjoy your outdoor adventures. Just up the road near the village of Palmyra is a Walworth County attraction that should pique the interests of any fishing fan. Rushing Waters Fisheries lies nestled on 80 acres of pristine forest and valley at the edge of the Southern Kettle Moraine State Forest. Rushing Waters Fisheries has been growing rainbow trout since the 1940s in its 56 crystal clear spring-fed ponds. A year-round water temperature of 49 degrees and all organic hatching and rearing techniques help the farm to grow some of the healthiest and tastiest commercially produced trout in the world. Take a tour, check out the gift shop, and let the kids wet a line in one of the natural fishing ponds. Smiles and bent rods are guaranteed at Rushing Waters. Speaking of bent rods, let's check back with host Brian Smith and special guest Mark Dixon of Eagle Creek Kayaks, fishing with Captain John Reddy of Reddy Guide Service on Delavan Lake.
How you doing over here now?
Went back to that
Jigging the
jig.
Rapala?
Oh, there he is.
Hey, all right. I better drop down here. I'm paddling around.
Looking at the airplanes, aren't you?
Yeah.
Looks like a decent fish. I don't think it's
What do you got? Not another pike.
I don't think it's another pike. I don't feel it big.
Maybe it's a smallie. I say that because I love catching smallmouth.
Yeah, well, who doesn't?
Oh, here he comes. It's a walleye.
It's a walleye.
All right,
there he
man.
is.
Excellent. Oh, I tell you what,
There
Gary
we
would be
go.
excited about that. Hey, we went up to Lake of the Woods this year, and that's what we went for. Those walleye right there, that size, right there.
That is a good eating size right there.
Heck yes. Heck yes. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Just that jigging, that Rapala jig.
Yep, all right on that jig right there.
Used a lot of those through the ice. These things are all adjustable. This kayak I'm in's got a live well right here, a bait well, live well, same thing. It's, I mean, it's really set up to be comfortable on the water, and I bet these things are just a riot in like a small river, like back home on the Tippy Canoe, or like you were saying on the White River.
Yeah,
or,
they're awesome.
you know, I grew up fishing the Fawn River, you know, in north central Indiana, and oh my gosh, and talk about coming into some of the areas where you gotta pick your canoe up or your boat up and drag it across sandbars and stuff. This would be a piece of cake.
Yeah, well, these draft a lot less. I mean, these only draft 2 to 4 inches of water depending on what size girth you are. So, you know, bigger guys.
Are you talking about the paddler or the boat itself?
Both.
Oh. Wow, I might need 6 inches of water.
You're lucky what?
I said I might need 6 inches of water. Fish on, fish on. Well, we come back out to our same spot. We start out in the morning in the middle of the day and did the same thing. We drop shotted these minnows and and it seemed to work pretty good. If I can keep this guy out of my other line here, we'll be just fine. Well, that was a good call. What a way to wrap up the day. Started the day with some pike, and we're going to end the day with some pike. What do you think of that? Here, can you help me out a little bit? You know the funny thing about this is, John? I noticed that I started getting closer and closer to the camera boat before the rod actually doubled over. He was pulling me a little bit. He was pulling me a little bit. Yeah. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I figured that there was something was going on. So I started paying attention a little bit.
That's always a good thing.
He ain't bad. Oh, and there you go. Quick
there
release.
he goes.
That's fine. Well, man, that's what it's all about, man. You know what? Coming out here and having fun, and I'm really happy that Mark introduced us to these the kayaks. So. Now, as a fishing guide, what do you think of these kayaks? Do you think you get some? You think you get some clients to come out and try it too?
Yeah, this would add a new twist to the experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, it really would. It really would. Well, let's paddle over and see what Mark's doing. And sun's getting to be just about where we might have to call it a day.
Closed captioning provided by Sportsman's Dreams Taxidermy, Hayward, Wisconsin. Your full-service taxidermy and wild game processing professionals.
The accommodations, no matter where we stayed, were absolutely phenomenal.
Did you wander around that Grand Geneva Spa area for the ladies?
Absolutely. If you're one of the type of guys that loves to go fishing and in between catching fish, you like to get a round of golf in,
Great spot.
Walworth County is a great target.
Top of the list.
Top of the list. And a very unique area that's right under the nose of anybody from the Midwest. What a beautiful, beautiful area Walworth County is.
We had a great time in Walworth County, and the folks at the Walworth County Visitors Bureau in Elkhorn sure helped us to make the most of our visit. We're confident they'll do the same for you. Call them at 1-800-395-8687 or check them out online at visitwalworthcounty.com. There, you'll find more information and links to everything we highlighted on today's show, plus so much more. For more information on the great fishing on Delavan Lake, Lake Geneva, and throughout the region, contact Captain John Reddy at 262-728-9794 or go to his website, ReddyGuideService.com. We also need to thank Mark Dixon from Eagle Creek Kayaks in Zionsville, Indiana. If you'd like to learn more about the fast-growing sports of kayak fishing and recreational paddling, Mark's your guy. Contact him through his website, EagleCreekKayaks.com.
Definitely Walworth County has the hospitality for you, your family, for a group of people. It is a great destination. They've got 2 wonderful lakes there, and they've got just so much to do outside of fishing that obviously if you go there to target fishing, that you're going to go and just have an absolute ball no matter what you do.
I'm ready. I'm anxious for June to get here. I want to go back.
Me too. I think we're going to target, I think we'll be back on the water in Walworth County for sure.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on Angling the Great Lakes. Angling the Great Lakes is presented by the Culver Marina, your one-stop for fun on the water. The Schwartz Group, prepare for the road ahead. And Niagara, USA, unbelievable, unforgettable. Also made possible by these fine sponsors.
What time is moonrise? Or what time was moonrise?
There's a northern right there. Oh, hello. I better sit down.
Oh, I let the doggy swim.